Good morning. Welcome to Monday Morning Coffee and Chat with Hallie Bridgman. I'm so happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy I'm home. We have just come home from Alabama. We were there for my son Jonathan. I have to turn on the light. My son Jonathan competed in a speed cubing competition, and let me make sure I can see the comments. Good morning, Erica. I'm so happy you're here. So he does like Rubik's Cube. So they have 2x2, which is 4 squares on each side, and they have the Pyraminx, which is like a pyramid, and they have 3x3 and 4x4. And then they have one that's like, sometimes when it's mixed up, it looks like a star, and sometimes it just becomes like this really neat octagonish kind of thing. They call it the mega mix or something. I don't even know. Anyway, so he was there for that, and he did really well. It was his very first competition, and he is super fast. He had a 2-second solve on one of them one time. It was 2.9 seconds. And then he hit as he was, there's a mat, and you solve it, and then you throw it down, and the hitting the mat is when it stops the timer. Well, when Jeb threw it down, his hand hit the mat too, and that reset the timer. And so he was disqualified. It would be like if you were in basketball and you hit the foul line. That's my analogy, basketball. So, but I mean, he was his first competition. He's 14, and he was in the top 50%. And all of the ones that he competed in, he was in the top 50%. And in one of them, the 3x3, which is what the standard, like this is a 3x3. Which he has put into a checkerboard pattern for me because he can do stuff like that. He made it to the second round, and inside that second round, he was in the top 50%. So we're super proud of him. And so we're going to, continue to encourage that because he's really good at it, and he has always been. And it's phenomenal to me because I'm not good at it. Like, I don't understand anything about how to solve a cube. And it's been explained to me. I have something sticking to my eyelash. It's been explained to me by my husband and my children how to do it. And it's just like, la, 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 la. My brain doesn't work that way. I'm not that smart. I'm not one of you. But what was really cool was that he found his people, right? He's really nerdy and really quirky and so much fun and so hyper intelligent and so cool. And, and he gets there, and there's all these people that think like him and that move like him and talk like him. And he had all these little kids that were kind of hanging around him. And then when he got tired of the little kids, I found him at a table with all these teenagers that were his age. And they just kind of sat and practiced together and talked and practiced. And it was like, and so many of them were homeschooled, and it was great. It was great. And from all over the world, there were people from 4 countries there. So that was kind of cool too. So that'll be what we're doing now, apparently. Okay. So let me see if I can find it. I have a work screen. Like, I have a job, and my work screen is like right here. And that's what I look around when I do it. So we're going to talk about Honors Refuge because it publishes a week from tomorrow. And I'm really nervous about this one. Like, the first 2 books are full-on military, 2 different styles. One is like fleeing the jungle and dealing with, and the other one is kind of covert, undercover, but still military, still full team. This one is Phil Osborne, who in the first book, he's the medic, and he is a normal instead of a weird, right? It would be a normal zebra instead of a weird horse for him. So Phil Osborne was the medic in the first book. He's shot in the leg in the first book, and the reason the doctor agrees to go with them out of the jungle is because she needs to get Phil and Bill Sanders out alive because they're both shot and injured. So Phil ends up at the end of that book, he ends up losing his leg. And I don't know what made me think that I could go into a book writing a story where my main character is not only a drug addict, because that's why he joined the army in the first place. Like, he quit medical school and joined the army because he became addicted to opiates. And he was fleeing his addiction. That was how he overcame his addiction. He, as a doctor, as a surgeon, it was too tempting for him to be around access to all the medicine. And so he joined the military and he became a combat medic for a special forces team, and came to know Christ and found the strength to overcome his addiction. And then he's in the jungle and he gets shot and he loses his leg, and he has to take morphine on the journey because that's what they have to give him. And so he has to reset his sobriety. And now I have this really grumpy, cranky man whose entire life has been reset twice, like once through his own choices through opiate addiction and once through getting shot. And so now he's an EMT because he doesn't know what else he wants to do. And he's in love with a woman he doesn't feel good enough to love because he doesn't feel like he's a whole person, not because he has only one leg, but because he's an addict. And I thought, oh, this will be a fun character to write. What made me think that would be fun? It was very hard. It was very hard because men are already hard to write. Men think differently than me. As a woman, I think I have a different brain from men. I process information differently. I handle problems differently. I do all the things differently. And I like my actual like thoughts going through my brain are not going to be something similar to what a man has. And so I have this man who's like in a state of crisis and is a Christian. Like, he loves God. He loves God. He serves God. He met the woman he's in love with at a church, but he's really angry with God. And so he's doing it. He's serving God, but he's mad. He's a little bit upset with God. So that's the kind of character that I had to write. And I was really nervous until the reviews started coming in, and people are like, I love this one. And the other thing that was, he's not with the team, right? So it's a series about a special forces A team, but my final book so far isn't about the A team. It's about the single man. And the reason that he has to be on his own is because he needs to be the one to save the world on his own. That's how he heals. That's how he gets over his anger and his reset, and how he's able to even go forward with his life and with loving another person, is because he saves the world on his own. And so he can't, if he had done it in a team, there would always be that part of his brain that said, this wasn't me. I didn't do this. I'm a broken man. I'm not a whole man. And so it was super necessary to make him succeed in the how he had to go save Melissa and her family. How he did that on his own, it was necessary. So I am super duper excited. The people who pre-ordered books from me, they're going out tomorrow. You'll get this one before release day. Every time I read a review and it's 5 stars and, oh, this is the best one of the whole series, I am amazed. I'm amazed because this is the one that I was the most scared about. So go pre-order it. Go get your book. I'm going to type in really fast into my I was typing www as I said that into my chat here. Hopefully this is the right address because I'm doing it from memory. So there's the link. Go get your copy. Pre-order it from me. If you pre-order it from me today, I'll mail it tomorrow. And you can get the ebook, you can get the paperback, you can get it from Baker. If you get it from Baker, it's they have it 40% off and free shipping. So go get the book. And I want to know if you liked it as much as everyone else seems to be, because honestly, its rating on Goodreads, it has a higher rating than the other three books in the series, because the prequel was Love in a New Language. So I'm amazed and I'm so excited, and I cannot wait. I cannot wait for you to read this book, and I'm excited for you to read it, Erica. Yours is going out tomorrow. So awesome. Yay. Y'all have a great week. I will see you next Monday. God bless you.